Hi everyone, Gianni DePoci here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Seeing a little bit of selling in the equity market today as the geopolitical concerns continue to marinate and really escalate. And we started off the day with a very modest bid and have seen pretty much nothing but straight selling throughout most of the session. Now, I won't say that it's, a complete signal of a reversal in trend. I'm not even going to say that it's completely risk off, and here's why. So, while you do see the Nasdaq down more than the S&P, which is a bit of a cautionary signal, I'm very pleased with how semiconductors especially have held up. You're seeing chips down less than the overall market. And you even made a new high today in semiconductors. That is bullish. Now, while most of the attention in the market right now is fixated on what's going on in the Middle East, let's not forget that Fed Chair Powell does have the press conference tomorrow, and there is going to be the FOMC rate decision. So we're not looking for any rate cuts. We're not looking for any surprises. But I think the key is going to be what the Fed's guidance on the interest rate front is. Now, last week, if you recall, we had another softer than expected inflation report. Now, that might have been the evidence that Powell was looking for to justify cutting rates. But then by the end of the week, we saw the escalation in geopolitical tensions and oil began this sharp rally. What I have been harping on in the TheoTrade live chat, and if you want to find out more, I encourage you to join me in those daily live sessions, is whether the Fed would be crazy enough to start cutting interest rates later this year if oil prices are surging. Because in previous videos, I have talked about how this $65 to $68 level was absolutely key, and then I couldn't be bullish on crude oil as long as we were below that. Well, guess what? We broke above that in the last few sessions. Now there's additional resistance at 76 to 78. I'm pretty much neutral on energy right now. If we see this conflict in the Middle East resolved sooner rather than later, which is what we hope for, obviously, then perhaps this is a blow off top near term forming in the energy space, and we go back down lower, and then we can see bonds rally, and the Fed can raise interest rates without any problems. But if this situation escalates or continues longer than the market is currently expecting, as it seems, then I think we could have a situation where the Fed starts to cut interest rates later this year as energy is spiking, and that is a recipe for inflationary disaster. That's what we don't want to see right now. Now, we do have a little bit of exposure to some energy names. Uh, Comstock Resources looking pretty strong for us, up around 8% on the day. We did share this in the live chat. And then we also have Venture Global, which is an energy name. This one's still pretty new. We only got in this one a couple days ago, but it is holding up well and looks like it wants to have another run higher. But I have been stalking some setups in the energy space. But take a look at the ETFs, XLE and XOP for energy. With the rally we saw in the energy sector last week, it was the best performing sector. It did overtake um, technology as the best performing sector over the last few weeks. Now, that could change again because tech is holding up so far, but this week and especially today, you are seeing energy continue to run the table, and that is usually a sign that the market is entering its later stages of its cycle. Now, you might be asking what cycle? Well, there's multiple cycles out there that I like to track. But this could just be a short-term one. Even if we see some sustained volatility over the next few sessions, I'm not expecting a major breakdown in stocks just yet. I just don't see the evidence behind that unfolding. Maybe we get a test of this technical support zone 57.50, 58.50. That's probably the worst case scenario right now. But I'm not even looking for any pullbacks to last that long in terms of duration. Now, the other concerns that we're seeing is that it does seem like a flight to safety is happening in the immediate term. So we're not fully risk off, but there are some signs that money is starting to seek safety in other asset classes outside of stocks. So we just dissected and broke down what's happening in stocks and energy. But the fact that you're seeing bonds and energy rally together, don't expect that to last. That's not going to last. If energy keeps rallying, then you're going to see inflation expectations rise, and that's going to lead to a big breakdown in bonds. Okay, so something's got to break here. And I would almost argue that energy rising is probably the bigger problem for the market in the long run than bonds rallying. Right now, we've just been coming out of this bond vigilante period with all these concerns on default risk in Washington with the federal budget, not being able to take care of the federal debt appropriately. And the falling dollar as of late has helped that. But what are we seeing today? The dollar is coming back. The dollar is coming back. So this is a cautionary signal in the immediate term. Now, this could all change with Powell tomorrow. And if you've been following these videos or even these live sessions that I have with TheoTrade every day, you've probably heard me say the day after Fed Day matters more than Fed Day itself. Well, on Thursday, the market's closed. So the day after Fed Day is going to be Friday. Get your popcorn ready because this weekly close, I'm telling you, is going to be epic. You don't want to miss. And if you want to hear our updates here at TheoTrade, be sure to join us in the live room. So, between bonds bidding, oil bidding, the dollar bidding, something's going to break. That's not going to last forever. Now, let's pivot to another asset class here very briefly. And let me ask you this question rhetorically. Do you think that the market would be pricing in a significant conflict continuing? Okay, it is a significant conflict as it is, but do you think that it would continue or escalate even further with gold prices being down on the day? I mean, silver is breaking out to a new high, but this is typical late cycle behavior. Silver's outperforming, gold is lagging behind. This warrants caution on the long side in precious metals. I don't know about you, but if World War III was about to break out, I would be expecting gold to be rallying a lot more than it is. Instead, we're seeing silver lead the rally higher. And if you look across the precious metal mining landscape, not much excitement there right now. So I think there's actually rising downside risks in precious metals right now. And again, that to me speaks to the idea that this conflict may be over sooner than later. And that's what we hope for, obviously. Crypto is seeing a fair bit of selling today. Take a look at Bitcoin here. A little bit of a bid off the day's lows, but a few of the names in the crypto space getting hammered, even Ethereum getting a little bit of a bid. I am looking for a setup for a low to be carved out this week in precious metals, but you look at some of these names like Hut and Mara definitely taking it on the chin today. And when you have these volatile sessions like we have today, I just like to take a step back, even step outside. It's nice and warm here today in Michigan. Take a step outside and just not get too flustered over what's happening on a 1 day basis because the trend has been up. And we're not seeing signs of a complete reversal yet, but there are cracks forming. So bulls need to step up, tech needs to step up, and if energy continues to the upside, we'll reassess and we adapt. But I'm not a big believer in throwing out a strategy that's been working for several weeks and even a couple of months now based on the price action of 1 day. So I'm watching this very closely, as well as some other of these, big tech Mag 7 names that I think are holding up pretty well. I still like Nvidia quite a bit, consolidating its gains. Amazon holding up well. Microsoft is 1 day off of its all-time high. Netflix, we booked profits on that recently, going sideways. So, a lot of these names look pretty solid still. And at the end of the day, it's important to remember that there's a lot of stocks out in this market, and we can't come to a singular judgment based on just what's going on in the indices, as important as they may be. There's going to be a lot of opportunities out there, so I would encourage you to stay focused on what's working. So, again, I think the possibility for some near-term chop and some caution remains, in the cards in the near term. But even the VIX today, pretty meaningful pop. But we'll see. We're supposed to have a press conference from Trump today after a national security meeting, but by Powell tomorrow, and then by Friday, since the market's going to be closed on Thursday, it could all be reversed again. So stay nimble. When there's the fog of war is thick, seek the sun. That is the truth. That is the light. And the light and the truth in trading is price action. We make decisions based on price, not based on headlines. There's nothing else that is going to put us into positions or out of positions. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to see you in the TheoTrade chat room. Until next time.